And I'm back with another question from one of my followers on Facebook. A few weeks ago I put a post up asking people to ask any question they wanted, and I've had some great ones. Some I've answered as word posts on Facebook, and others I thought it was just easier to jump on and actually talk about it rather than write about it. So Joanne came up with a lovely question. Do you prefer hand stitching or machine stitching? So this is something that has changed over the years. And I think it may have been influenced a bit by my mum. So my mum had a love-hate relationship with her sewing machine. I don't think she was probably that confident using it, looking back. Whenever she used it, there was always problems. So it was something that she had to do, but I don't think there was that joy in it. But we did enjoy doing handicrafts together. So I did a lot of embroidery, I did a lot of cross stitch, tapestries and all sorts of things. And I enjoyed sewing by hand, loved embroidery. English paper piecing, all those sorts of things, and going on a machine would be as a last resort. It wasn't my go-to. However, that's changed probably over the last 15 years or so, and now I do enjoy machine sewing, and probably for quickness and convenience it's probably what I would go to first. But I've always combined the two. So when I make my quilts, I use the machine to piece them, to do the quilting, but I always finish them by hand, so the binding. I just love that part of the process. It's my way, especially for quilts that are going out to somebody else, it's my way to say my goodbyes to it, and it enables me to have a look over it and make sure everything's okay. So I very rarely finish the quilts on machine. However, I've started doing a hand sewing community class, so that has brought me back to hand sewing a bit more than I would have done. I do have at home an ongoing English paper piecing project that's been a few years, and I keep thinking this is the year when I'm going to finish it. I will do it at some stage. But doing the hand stitching has brought back reminders of that enjoyment that I used to have when I was younger. So I can't say I have a favourite. I do enjoy both. Both satisfy my creativity in different ways. And I appreciate the differences that both of them have. So it'd be interesting to see whether you have a preference, whether you to use the machine. Thinking back to my mum, I do wonder if it's the changeover from the hand crank to electric machines, whether that was what caused the issue. Because I know when I was younger, I don't remember this, but she used to make a lot of our clothes. And she even made me a coat that she told me about. But I would never have got that from the way that she, how sewing on a machine made her feel. So it's interesting to hear people's stories. I'd love to hear yours. Do you have a particular process that you enjoy? Do you prefer hand stitching? Do you prefer sewing by machine? Do you have reasons for the way that you feel? It's interesting to see. Thank you, Joe, for that question. It was very interesting, lovely to look back on and consider. So I do hope that if you haven't got any questions, drop them down below and I'll be back to answer those at another stage. Look forward to speaking to you very soon, but in the meantime, do take care. Bye for now.